Hello again, it's Noob, and this is just a little midweek bonus video. Now, it's not often I actually get things through my PO box, but this week I got two things from two different people in my PO box, which I just want to say thank you for and to cover off briefly, and also something which was sent to me by a good friend and supporter of the channel, Jason, who you may know from my side channel as well. He sent me all sorts of really awesome stuff. Especially like American foodstuffs to review on my side channel, Side Noob. If you're not aware of it, I don't post on there very often these days, a bit of a lockdown project, but I do keep it updated now and again, so definitely worth checking out if you don't know all about it. So let's start off with this then, since it's in my hand. It's a very nice 90A Pro by Packlock, and this is, if you don't know, a 7-pin, and it is pinned to 7. Lock, and this has a particularly good bitting. Can you see this? This is, I believe, a max cut between pin 6 and 7, so very long key pin, very short key pin. Any longer, and I don't think this would actually, open up this lock very well. It's already a little bit gritty getting in and out. It's almost at its maximum it can be before the pins sort of canyon, but it's very cool. Nice powerful shackle spring there, locks really nicely, and it's got a very nice, and this is not a sticker, it's a printed logo, which is really nice, and that's Jason's logo, so that's really nice. So thank you, Jason, for sending me that. I will do a pick and gut video on this very shortly, no doubt. Next up, I've got two Squire CP50 CSs, and it says on this, Dear Lock Noob, I'm enclosing two Squire CP50 CS close shackle locks that I had to cut as a combination changed itself. Now, that is interesting. I've never known these to have a combination change itself on one of these locks, but I also do believe them because I do know combination locks can be have combinations change, especially when they're open, and then somebody doesn't quite close it properly and then scrambles the wheels, and then that can reset the code. There's all sorts of ways that this can happen. I've not known it with the Squire CP50s, but anyway, we continue. I tried to use your press technique to work out the new code, but it was unsuccessful. Now, I did actually decode these, and I'll have a video on it, and you do use exactly the same technique, but to be fair, when I was redoing it, I had reminded myself it's actually figuring out what the bounciness of the wheel is. Takes a little bit of getting used to. So the technique works. I have decoded these. I will definitely do a video, show you the video of it as another point. But the technique is reliable, but it does take a little bit of practice. Anyway, as they were on doors in which I needed access, I took the decision to cut them. I was wondering if you can break the key or find the code, I imagine. The lock's codes when I set them up was 2350 or 2351 or maybe 2355. All I can say is that one of those is near but still is wrong. It says alternatively recycle them, regards Kets. So Kets, thank you for these. I love a challenge like this, and yeah, it took me 5, maybe 10 minutes, I think, to open these up, and that bounce technique does actually work. It's just that, like I said, getting that feel for it when they all feel like they're bouncing, finding that special bounce which actually means it's the actual code, that does take a little bit of getting used to. But yeah, a video is upcoming on that. And last but by no means least, this background is actually a pinning tray, a custom mold pinning mat, should I say, which was made by somebody who wants to have some of their details kept private, so I won't give too much away. But this whole thing, and just look how big this is. Like, I'm trying to get it in camera shot, but I can't get it all in. But this whole pinning mat, which is really nice actually, it's a lovely, it's a green, I don't know what colour green you'd call it. This is made from a closed cell EVA, and it's marine decking material. So I guess you'd have this on a boat or a yacht or something like that as a grippy mat, and it's slightly spongy, but it's not it's not soft. Can you hear that? It doesn't mark easily, so it's really nice. And I think that they wanted me to say could be a product that could maybe be sold to the public. So in terms of its feel and look, I love the colour. I'm sure there's a range. The feel is really nice as well. In terms of, you know, it's got you know, you can drop things on it and it doesn't make too much of a noise. It doesn't bounce too far. I really like that. It does have a sticky backing on it, which I imagine is like industrial grade, but you could therefore put this on a more solid substrate, because it does have a little curve to it. You probably can't tell on camera because it tends to want to curl up at the edges, but you could stick that down. I like the way that it can be cut and the two-tone effect. I think that's really nice, although it is a little bit thin. Can you see I'm pushing my finger up there? A little bit thin on occasion, so you probably want to keep as much of that thickness on the two-tone as possible. Love the logo work there. In terms of does it work as a bit of a pinning tray, it does, and I'll show that in a second. So here's a little lock, throw the key there. Let's dump out the pins. Take this off. Put some stuff in these little trays over there. Then we can use the key to follow this out like that. I won't do a full gutting, just enough to show the point. That can go down there, plenty of space. Then we can put the pins in their sections that they need to go in. So let's dump these out. And all of this actually is really nice. And then I put the plug over here. Yeah, lots of space, lots of room. I like the cuts on this. Everything's really, really nice. The only thing I would say is a couple of things, which is one, there are a lot of really cheap pinning mats out there on the market by Chinese resellers, so you're competing in that market. The other thing is, I don't know whether you can tell down here, there are a few sort of grease spots where I've been using some locks on this, and I have to say that this is, I wouldn't say like super absorbent, but it does pick up sort of the grease and dirt from locks. And then so I think that over a relatively short period of time, this might become a little bit harder to keep clean. So I don't know if this is a great material. It's great in terms of its softness and impact resistance and feel. I love the customization you can do on it and all those kind of things. I'm just not sure if price and grease resistance those two things might hold this back from being a great product for pinning trays. That being said, you know, you could do smaller ones, try it out on Etsy. I'm not sure, but you know, I really do like this. It's a really nice texture, and I will be trying it out. Probably not on lots of videos, but just in the background trying it out, and I'll feed back to you via your email address if I have any more thoughts. But yeah, really nice gift there. Thank you so much for this pinning mat as well. So there you go, just a little fun mid-week update on some stuff on my through my PO box. I don't really advertise my PO box that often, but it is always very nice to get you know, just things through the post like this, because it's just really nice. I can make a video, I can share stuff with the community, I can probably make some more fun videos out of these locks and all that kind of stuff. So you know, it's really nice to get little gifts like that, and I really appreciate it. So thank you to everybody who sent me something. All I can say then is stay safe, happy picking, and I'll see you all next time.